Hi, I'm Jeff Schultz, official photographer of the Iditarod, and I love the Iditarod so much. There's 22 checkpoints, give or take, along the trail, and I love all of them. They all have something unique about them. In this series I'm doing, I want to take you to some of those checkpoints and show you some of the photographs of the checkpoint as well as some of the pictures I've taken near the checkpoint. One of the checkpoints I want to take you to is Unalakleet. There's not only some great photographs there, but great memories. I've been doing this for 38 years. This is my 39th. Unalakleet is a checkpoint on the Bering Sea, like you can see here. It's Bering Sea on one side and a slough and river on the other. There's only about 700 people, a little bit less, that live there. And I get to stay with one of the families there while I'm there. Wonderful opportunity. What I really love about Unalakleet is those people. Like you can see here, this photograph is Jeff King coming into Unalakleet. Look how many people are out there. It's just wonderful to hear them clapping and be able to be there and photograph this. This photograph here, I shot this in 1988. This gal's now 35-ish years old, and I still see her when I come out to Unalakleet. It's one of my favorite photos. What's neat about Unalakleet is it's the village life. These are real people living lives right there. Like this photograph here that shows a smokehouse and a fish table, cleaning table with a dog team coming in. There's a lot of great opportunities for photography there as well. And at all of these checkpoints, there's no roads and things like that, so I go by snow machine. Some people call them snowmobiles. We call them snow machines here. But in any case, if I were to go about 4 or 5 miles before Unalakleet, I'd get to a spot like this, where the dog musher's coming off the slough here. What I love about Unalakleet is there's not a lot of trees around there. And so you get these great sunrises and sunsets because you see forever. There's not a bunch of stuff in your way. And the very same location during the middle of the day, you get a picture like this with brilliant sunshine. And also, you just happen to get a spot like this where there's a little bit of uphill. On Iditarod, there's a lot of flat stuff going on. So I like the opportunity where you can shoot somebody running up the hill or going down the hill or something. So I look for places like that on Iditarod. Unalakleet is a hub. Hub checkpoints are where the airplanes usually base out of Iditarod Air Force. Like this photograph here, the Iditarod Air Force will bring drop dogs from other checkpoints here. So there's a whole bunch of activity going on here. So it's not only dog teams coming and going, but it's kind of the behind the scenes of Iditarod. So it's another reason I like Unalakleet. And oftentimes I'll spend 2 or 3 nights here. Unalakleet's also one of the only places that has a bridge. So what's cool about that is I can get on top of the bridge. Like you see here, some of the residents there photographing a dog team. So it's an unusual angle. The only other way to get on top of a dog team is from a helicopter or airplane. I got to photograph Lance Mackey here one year, actually the first year he won. It was really cool because he was the first one leaving and he waved goodbye to us as we're on top of the bridge photographing him. So that was cool. But again, on top of the bridge like this here, I love the low sunshine in Alaska in the wintertime. Like this picture here, you see these super long shadows of the dogs. You can only get this if you're in an airplane or, as I was, on this bridge. I always heard that Unalakleet means where the east wind blows, which so I guess that's not correct, but that's what I always heard, and I believed it because the wind is always blowing in Unalakleet. Like this photograph here, just blowing sideways. 15 feet above this picture, it's clear blue. Just looks like a big dust cloud these mushers are in. Or this here, I love this kind of thing, where it's backlit. And I'm shooting with a long telephoto lens, like a 200 millimeter, trying to compress the foreground and background and make that snow look even worse than it is. Photographing this Iditarod for so many years, there's so many memories I have of Unalakleet. Sleeping in various places and shooting lots of different things. One of the things was when Jeff King came in. I forget what year it was. But I remember his lead dogs were running in and they're just yapping at each other. And Unalakleet's like 700 miles into the race, so there's only a day and a half left of Iditarod. I remember hearing that someone saw Jeff King's dogs yapping at each other, and they said, this is the dog team that's going to win. And sure enough, Jeff won. If I go out the trail the other direction, towards Nome, 4, 5, 6 miles, there's more great opportunities. Like this shot here. Sunsets are great here. Not only sunrises, but sunsets are wonderful. Or there's this glare ice. If it's blowing enough, which it usually does, you get this glare ice look, and that's fantastic. So a lot of snow drifts. I went out on the trail, I was probably 3 or 4 miles from town, and I saw this snowdrift in front of me, which you can see here. And I'm coming the same direction as this dog team. So I'm behind this dog team on the snow machine. And when I saw this snowdrift coming up ahead, I said, oh, I got to stop, because I want to shoot the team that needs to break trail through this snowdrift. So I drove the snow machine way around the snowdrift, parked, and then walked up to it and waited for this team to come. And further on the trail, if I kept driving my snow machine, I'd go up the hills, the Blueberry Hills, and then you get this kind of a shot, which has the Bering Sea in the background. So Unalakleet people are just wonderful. You know, Doug Ketchatag, he was checker there for many, many years. He helped Joe Reddington start the race back in the 70s. I still see him when he comes to Anchorage and when I go to Unalakleet. And Mitty Johnson, he's there, that checker now. I get to stay with the Eckenweilers in their home. It's just a welcoming place. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video and seeing some of the photographs from Unalakleet. You know, this is my 39th Iditarod, like I've said. And back then it was just me and a bag of film and a pilot, and we'd go out there. So we've got a lot of new technology out there. We're doing a lot more of these videos, and I hope you're enjoying them. So if you are, please like and subscribe, and please share this and give us some feedback on what you want to see and what you don't want to see. And we hope to show you a lot more videos from the trail. Please join our team and follow us down the trail.